Okay. Boy, oh boy. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Fox, and I'm here on a very sad day. First off, I better check. You guys hear me okay? Just give me a quick thumbs up if you can hear me all right. And hopefully you can. Okay. Yes, all right, thank you. Anyway, if I hesitate or just turn the mic off for a minute, just don't worry, I will be back. Anyway, thank you all for coming for Bree's memorial. As most of you have heard, Bree passed away on Thursday at about 2 p.m. That's May 6th at the Southwest Christian Care Hospice, where she was. She was surrounded by family and friends, and I say that with a slight heavy heart because we have to tell you the truth about some things here. And we'll get into that in a few minutes, but I will do what I think is right here, and I'm not a religious guy, but Bree was a faithful Christian. She did her devotions every morning. And she said her morning prayers every morning when she could. So I guess it's only right to start this out with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So as that is there, I'm going to let this play, and I've used the song that I requested, and Joseph was so kind to play. So I will shoot this off here and see how it goes.
Okay, I have the microphone back on, and thank you everyone who has shown up. Really do appreciate it, and I'm sure Bree is watching and seeing what's going on. I hope she's okay with what we're doing here. Anyway, I wanted to talk quickly about something that you guys don't know. And it was kind of a cover story for Bree. Being online, and some of you may have heard about that Bree had a stalker a while back, and she had to keep her identity kind of hidden. And one of the things that she had to do is come up with something to not have someone suspect that she is who she is. But I can tell you this. That stalker was trying to blackmail her, and he had spent some time in jail, and after he got out, it was known that he was actively looking for her, and that's why she had moved to Georgia. Several of the other reasons that she moved to Georgia is that she had family there. And for those who don't know, she did have a daughter and 2 sons, and she does have 5 grandchildren, and was waiting for the 6th one. So she is not forgotten in any way, shape, or form. So I know this is news to a lot of you people, but I had to keep that under wraps for the last couple of years as well, and sometimes it's real hard not to say anything, but for her privacy and her protection, it had to be done. So yes, when she passed, she had her children there, as well as the adult grandchildren. She was expecting another grandchild, which unfortunately she was not able to stick around and see. Also, I reluctantly, she didn't make it to Mother's Day, and that is something she was hoping to achieve. And the other thing that she really, really wanted, and that's what's on the screen now, is as she called it, her pink bush, the pink tree. And she wanted to see it bloom again. Unfortunately, things weren't to be, so it's not blooming yet. It's got some leaves coming, but not blooming as of yet. Anyway, you may have also noticed I didn't include any pictures of her being a little bit older. That was a request on her part. She wants everyone to remember her as she felt, and that young spirit at heart. So that's why I did not put any older pictures in there of her. I do have some. It's just she asked me not to share those out. And of course, I will respect those wishes. And yeah, I'm just reading through some of the things in the chat, and Gary just mentioned no more pain and no more suffering. And I can honestly say the last 3.5 years that I've spent with Bree, she has gone through a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. There were some very serious times where I thought she was going to be gone very quickly. There was also a couple times where I had to actually encourage her to actually push that button to get help, because she was at that point where she couldn't do anything anymore. She couldn't get words out. And all I could keep telling her is push the damn button. She had the emergency life call button around her neck all the time. And you guys may be aware of that. But it was something that, there were some close calls. And of course, when she ended up with the possibilities of going to get the transplant done and so on for the heart valves. And basically it was determined that she was no longer a suitable candidate because of everything else that was going on. And they realized that even if they did repair the heart valve, it wouldn't stop anything, and things would continue. So I know it's a little hard to understand all that, but it is part of the life. Now I do want to talk about Bree's past life before me, and I'm basing this all on what Bree has told me and what I am really allowed to say, or what she wished for me to pass along and not pass along. She did have the opportunity to travel the country. She was, I think, she mentioned that all states except for 3. So that was a very enlightening thing for her, to be able to see the country. I wish she would have had more time after things went bad for her, from the heart attack onwards. So, and it was about 10 years ago that she had her bypass surgery and all that, and the pacemaker. So she did last a fair amount of time. But there were ups and downs, and really some very, very close calls. And I'm very happy to have been with her and encouraged her to continue her life and share it with others, to bring that inspiration. I don't know if you know about her, what she was doing in Florida. She used to go to senior centers and help the elderly people there with making the cards and crafts. Something she was really good at and very proud of. And she helped many, many people. She took away some of their boredom, and it definitely helped those people. Now, I won't get into her past husbands. Yes, she was married twice. And she had a very good second marriage, I think, is the best way to describe that, where things were a lot easier for her. And with having, the kids and everything, those are things that are always hard. She did work for Circle K for over 25 years, and she retired from them. She also helped with her second husband's business. Not a lot, but she did. And it was a fairly well-to-do lifestyle at that point. And her husband was a very good entrepreneur and kept her in a decent lifestyle, if you will. A matter of fact, she had told her husband to, knock it off with buying the really big houses. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean that she needs to have the hugest mansion on the lot or in the neighborhood or something. So anyway, she came from a family of 8 children. She is the second last. She leaves behind her brother David, who unfortunately was not able to be with her when she passed. He had spent the entire week prior to that there with her at the hospice. And of course he had his wife and home to take care of as well, so it was very hard for him. And one of the things Desiree, Bree's daughter, had told me was that David just couldn't be there to watch another one of his siblings pass away. So it was very, very hard for him. So unfortunately he was not there, but as I said, Bree did have family and friends. Bree's family, of course, I mentioned earlier, her daughter and her sons and the grandchildren, as well as her friend Tammy of over 30 years, who actually ran the hospice. Actually, Desiree was the one who told me. She went to Tammy's office, and Tammy was sitting there just crying away. And she took Tammy in to the room, into Bree's room, so she could be there with Bree. Yes, Tammy, Tammy dear, you're right about that. Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna play the clip from that Sanja and James had recorded. And are you guys here by chance? Either Sanja or James or both? I wasn't able to ask you, but I'd really like to play your clip. I think she would be proud, and I think we would all like to have it shared. I hope your guys are okay with it, and I'm gonna play it anyway. So here it goes. So this was from Sanja and James.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is with heavy heart that we found out this morning upon waking, and we went into Discord and Sanja went into her emails, and we discovered that Bree has passed away.
We've known that woman, that amazing woman, for 6 years. Yeah.
And not
not a bad word ever came out of her mouth. Never.
our thoughts go out to the family, to Kate,
And
to Ernie,
Ernie.
and to all her friends that she'd accumulated over the years, not only on YouTube but in actual life. She done what she could. She outlasted the time that we thought might be the end. She went on for the next couple of years, and now this sad news.
Yeah.
It's
I
very.
remember the first time we spoke on Jack's stream. Yeah, we met her in the boneyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's quite perky, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was always full of life.
Yeah. I mean, she knew she had a problem, but for the past couple of years, it started to manifest itself a bit more. And she wasn't hopeful of sticking it out, but a lot of prayers went her way from a lot of people. Paula, Rivo, all those on Sanya's Discord, Shireen, etc. Mona Lisa's.
Jody.
Yeah.
She touched a lot of hearts, and we loved her dearly.
Yeah. Nobody had a crossword. She was on one live stream, and the owner was very rude to her. She quickly left that stream, and we did as well, because he was very rude to people. So she didn't suffer fools gladly.
She was a warrior.
Yep.
She was much stronger woman than any woman that I know.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the problems she had, she was always positive. I remember her saying to me, "I just pray I'll last till Christmas," and that was 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have her Christmas card that she made. I guess that was one of the last Christmas cards she made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
and I'm gonna cherish it to the rest of my life. Part of her.
We've also got her comments on some of the videos we put up. She's
Yeah.
there was a recent one about a couple of months ago. She didn't indicate that she was. Well, maybe she wasn't in such bad health then. It's just gone down the hill, but she seemed quite chirpy.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss her.
We don't know what else to say. What about her
Yeah.
dog?
No, she gave the weight though.
Oh, she gave it
because
away?
She couldn't take
Oh,
care
right,
of it.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
Smoky.
yeah.
Yeah, anyways, it's not a goodbye, it's just till we meet again.
Yeah, we will do one day.
Yeah,
We'll bump
Helen's
into
got
her.
a beautiful angel now,
Yeah,
and she's no longer in pain.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
She
will.
can do her crafts now
Yep.
in heaven.
But they haven't got Wi-Fi up there.
I'm sure if she could, she would let us know that she's okay.
I like to think that she switched off her phone to save the battery. And somebody's got a bit of foresight, they could lay it to rest with her. Yes.
Yeah, you think, you're not gonna, in a way, fall in love with people on internet, become friends, become family, that you can feel strongly about the person that you never met before in real life, but you get attached, I'm very sad. Very sad.
We all are, everybody is. But like Ravo said, she's joined Skip now in heaven, so
Yeah.
they'll be having a good old chinwag.
Yeah.
She can pass on messages that we've sort of sent to him that he hasn't received, probably because of a failure in his emailing system. So she can tell him, keep him up to date.
Our dearest Bree. She's gone, but she will never be forgotten. Never ever. She was our sister,
Or mentor.
a friend.
It's,
And that's about it.
that's all we can think of at the moment, isn't it? Because
We're
of
gonna-
being so sudden, you're not prepared for that. We weren't preparing ourselves for it, so we didn't have a eulogy ready.
And we didn't have it for Skip either. That's
No,
just,
that's the thing, yeah.
I mean, we knew that she doesn't have much, but you never prepared for somebody's death.
No.
You can never prepare.
If you were told they would die tomorrow, you still couldn't acclimatise yourself to that idea, that reality.
It brings me comfort that she will live on in us.
Yeah.
She will always live on.
Yep.
Because our memories never die.
Nope.
And
Not at
our
all.
hearts will always have a part of her inside.
Well, this will be a date to remember.
She actually died yesterday, right at 2 p.m.
Well, yeah. In US time.
Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you at Doc's,
Yeah,
Dr.
on
Fox's memorial
Yeah.
on Saturday. Yeah. We love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, I turn the microphone back on. Yeah, it's not getting any easier for me. Oh boy. A couple things that I wanted to mention here. In Sanja and James's video, they had mentioned Smokey, Bree's dog. And Desiree, her daughter, actually has Smokey. And that's why the transition wasn't so hard for Smokey to go to the new home, because they were loved. Hi Sanja, welcome, and I hope you're okay with, I played your video on here, and thank you for coming. Glad you made it. Anyway, talking about Smokey, he was kind of a rescue dog, I guess. And he was very protective of Bree. A matter of fact, it actually caused problems, because he's a fair-sized dog. When the EMTs came to rescue her, basically they had a little bit of a problem with getting in, because Smokey was protecting her and would not let anyone in the door. He knew something was wrong, but he didn't want anyone coming in, so okay, thanks Sanja. So yeah, I'm glad that Smokey has a home. And a couple other things I want to throw in here. Bree loved orchid flowers, and she grew some very pretty ones. And unfortunately, I don't have the pictures loaded up, so it's a little bit too much for me to try to go find them and do that, but it's just interesting that she enjoyed those, as well, of course, as she enjoyed nature. And when we talk about, that she had some, she was a mod in some of the rooms, and there was a few chats that she just left and didn't want to be part of. I was with, well, we were, just so you know, Bree and I were like talking 4 or 5 times a day for hours on end, okay? So we were forever on the phone or texting or doing something to stay in touch with each other. But anyway, she and I both counted up how many mods, or how many places she was mod at, and she was actually a mod at 17 different rooms. So it's a very, very large amount of rooms to be mod at. And of course, she was my first mod on my stream, and I did actually meet her on Gary's stream, and I met her, well, prior to her moving from Florida to Georgia. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard for all of us to lose someone as kind and gracious as Bree. And she was indeed a lady bee, as she called herself. Beautiful smile and wonderful wit. And she carried a big whip. Oh, too much fun. I just don't know what else to throw in here. My time with her was too short. And yeah, Gary, as you said, we were lucky for the time we had with her. It is really, really hard. Some of the things that she really enjoyed and loved, of course, was on Gary's stream, where she always said she wanted to be an orb when we were looking at the mountain scene, Lookout Mountain. And she seen the flying things there, and man, she loved that. And I mean, we all knew they were birds, but she still held on to it and kept on with wanting to be an orb. One of the other things that she had talked about and we had talked about was basically when she passed, she said she would be hopping from cloud to cloud, keeping an eye on things up there with Lumpy. So, and for those who don't remember Lumpy, Lumpy was the bunny that was attacked by the coyote. So Lumpy's already up there, and Skip is up there, and hopefully Bree is doing all right up there as well. So I'm gonna kind of try to read through some of the things that are happening in the chat here. I knew, you know, some of the people had said some nice things, and flying free, you bet, Gary. She's free to hop from cloud to cloud with her bunny and to go along. Now I did say I was going to put some pictures in here of the bunny that I had sent her, but time didn't really allow me to. I was just a little too upset, if you will. Anyway, just wanted to throw a couple things in here about the hospice where her friend Tammy worked, and Tammy's actually the one who was running it for the church, Southwest Christian Care. And I seen Tara had made a donation, and Tara, that donation is going to be passed along to the Southwest Christian Care Hospice. So if anyone else wants to donate, that's what I'm doing with the money. This video is not monetized, so just so you know, I will put the address to the Christian Care Hospice in this description below after. I do have it, and I will get it in there for you guys. So if you wish to send anything to help them out, I've already donated $1,000 US, and for anything else that comes along, I will definitely make sure that that it all goes there, and I will cover the difference of what YouTube takes off of it. And I think they take like 30% off, but I'll put that in there. So hopefully you guys are all okay with that. So yeah, if you do wish to support the Southwest Christian Care, I will have the address in the description below after. And hopefully everything will be good. So yeah, I will put that in the info box, guys. But I'm going to do that after the stream. I didn't have time to get it in there. I can always edit that in there. So if you wanted to give something to help them out, the hospice works on donations only. Just so you guys know that. They're not funded by any government, or they don't get monies elsewhere. So it's important that we keep them going. Anyway, I don't know if anyone else had more things to add or say. I'm just looking through the chat here. It's very, very hard to read when you got very blurry eyes. So, just wanted to let this go a little bit. Oh, boy, this is so hard for me. I look at my cell phone. I don't get those messages anymore, or the phone calls, and no emails, and it makes it so hard. It leaves that broken heart, the empty feeling, and I just hope my dancing queen, she loved ABBA, loved that song, Dancing Queen, and she would wake up in the mornings enjoying that song. It's hard. It's a loss that it's going to take me a long time to get over it. I think it's going to take everyone a long time to get over it. I just hope you all do well, and that you all have days filled with smiles and kind people. That was Bree's wish. I want to say thank you to everyone who has come here today. All of you have been a part of Bree's life in one way or another. And if she's touched your hearts as much as she's touched mine, then I know what you're feeling. So, like I said before, I'm not a religious man, but I hope Bree in her realm of happiness has passed through the pearly gates and is up there, jumping from cloud to cloud, watching us. And I hope that she can look down on us and be proud. One of the things that she did ask is that I don't stop streaming the volcano stream. And she was very adamant. She says, even when I die, you make sure you keep that going. So I'm going to do that. Man, this is hard. I'm just going to let this play again, and I'll be back in a minute or two. Okay, guys, I have the microphone back on. And we've done basically the 1 hour stream. This is what I wanted to do. I thank every one of you for coming and sharing this moment. I really thank you all. Rest in peace, my Bree. Forever and always. I love you. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to sign off. I will be back in the regular stream after I get my composure. Yeah, Keeper of the Stars. That's actually a very good song. And the first time I actually played that for her, she didn't realize that I actually knew that song. And she was trying to explain to me which song it was, and she couldn't get the name out, and she couldn't remember what the title was. And then she started saying some of the lyrics, and as soon as she mentioned the lyrics, of course, I had caught on real quick. And we were on the phone at the time, and of course I played that song, and she broke down and cried, of course, but it's a story. It kind of applied to us in a way. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you. I consider you all family, not so much just friends. So you all take care, and thank you very much. Sharon Bailey, thank you for coming, and Godspeed, my Bree. All the best, Bree. You will never be forgotten. Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to shut this off now. Bye, all.